Our pledge of allegiance.
Please stand.
May we pray. Almighty Father in heaven, we stand before you this evening as children whom you knew before we were in our mother's wombs, knowing each of our words long before they would reach our lips. In your wisdom, guide each person who will speak tonight at this meeting of the City Council of Jacksonville, Alabama. May their words be full of justice and peace, spoken from hearts of gratitude for the bounty of blessings you have bestowed on our community. Lord, we pray for our leaders who are responsible for the management of every operation which serves the citizens, regardless of where they live, what their skin color is, or what their speech sounds like. Lord, may our visions align with your plans for us. Protect us and cause us to prosper, and may your spirit of loving kindness dwell in us every day, everywhere. We pray in your magnificent and holy name. Amen.
Amen. Tonight we have three sisters, Amani and Zahari and Alina. Then they're going to lead the pledge for us tonight. And they go attend Kitty Stone Elementary. Amani's in the 2nd grade, Zahari's in the 4th grade, and Elena is in the 1st grade. I'm sorry, I got them mixed up. 4th grade, 2nd grade, 1st grade. Okay, now we're going to turn right here.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Tim.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right.
Tear. 1 second.
It's not set
She's
up.
fixing
I
something.
can see the slides when I change it. I had it set up that way, but.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Get your homework.
Y'all have assigned me technical difficulties, and every time we run into it, I'll just hold up and y'all know what's going on.
There. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that.
All right, that's okay. Hey, it's a machines break. All right, roll call, please.
Councilmember Wilson,
Here.
Councilmember Laster,
Here.
Councilmember A. Green,
Here.
Councilmember Newell,
Here.
Councilmember M. Green.
Here.
All right, are you reading the proclamation or? All right, this is, Councilman Green is chair of Black History Month as well, and he's going to read the proclamation.
Yep. So good afternoon, everyone. Hope everybody's doing well. Tonight I'm bringing to you guys the proclamation for Black History Month of 2026. The title is A Century of Black History Commemorations. Whereas the year 2026 marks the 100th anniversary of the first National Observance of Negro History Week, established in 1926 by Dr. Carter G. Woodson, to ensure that the achievements, resilience, and contributions of African Americans would be recognized, preserved, and taught. And whereas over the past century, this observance has grown into Black History Month, a month-long national reflection that honors the profound impact of African Americans on every aspect of American life, including education, science, public service, the arts, business, military service, and ongoing pursuit of civil rights. And whereas the theme, A Century of Black History Commemorations, invites our community to reflect not only on the history itself, but on the generations of educators, families, churches, civic leaders, cultural institutions who have carried forward the work of remembrance, celebration, and truth-telling for 100 years. And whereas the city of Jacksonville recognizes that Black history is deeply woven into the story of our own community, shaped by leadership, service, creativity, and preserved of Black residents whose contributions continue to strengthen the social culture and economic fabric of our city. And whereas this centennial year offers a meaningful opportunity to honor the progress achieved, acknowledges the challenges that remain, and recommit ourselves to fostering a community grounded in dignity, respect, and shared purpose. And whereas the city of Jacksonville affirms that commemorating Black history is not only an act of remembrance, but a commitment to building a future where every individual has the opportunity to thrive. Now therefore, Mark Jones, Mayor of the City of Jacksonville, do hereby proclaim February 2026 as Black History Month, honoring a century of Black history commemorations in the City of Jacksonville, and encourages all residents, schools, organizations, and community partners to participate in programs, events, educational activities that celebrate the legacy, achievements, and enduring contributions of African Americans. Signed the 9th day of February 2026. Thank you.
Thank you, Council. All right, also, this is American Heart Month. We have a proclamation. Do we have anybody here from American Heart Society or anything? Okay. All right, with that being said, let's move into our work session. Accepting of the minutes. Do we have any changes or anything on the minutes? Is that good? All right. All right, Mr. Ross Martin, if you're here, he wants to talk about the Chief Ladiga Trail.
Yes. So I have some slides. Are those, are we able to get those up? Oh yeah, they're kind of up there. All right, so I would like to present kind of a vision that I have, and I mean, there are two kind of overarching questions: is can we do this, and what should I do next? The next steps here. So if you can go on, it's going to be kind of rapid fire. So why should we want additional trails in the city? We obviously have the Ladiga Trail, and so I guess what I'm presenting is to add to the Ladiga Trail. And I'll show some good examples of that in a second. So it just, it worked out right to have this quote from the American Heart Association that we didn't have. So every 1 mile of trail construction directly relates in $3 of medical cost reduction savings through community health. We know about the economic drivers of trails and the Ladiga Trail through various bike events and stuff like that. So I didn't put a statistic up there. But also some of the stuff that I'm proposing here deals with equity, people getting equal access to trails and these kind of recreational facilities. Next slide, please. So some of the background came, like I'm a mountain biker. It's, you know, my own interest. I want trails in the city, right? But it's more than that. We don't have a large space of land to just build trails. We don't have a Coldwater Mountain. We don't have a old military base with plenty of property. So what do? So I used to live in South Austin. You can see these squiggly lines all represent trails, and none of these are in big areas of land. These are very urban areas, very closed off. If you can go, you can just rapid fire through the next couple slides. So people built trails in these kind of marginalized lands that are not really good for anything else. And so that's what I want to kind of look at here and go on. Knoxville, Tennessee has this urban wilderness that I was lucky enough to go ride a couple years ago, and it's crazy. You're in a neighborhood, and you just kind of jump into the woods, and then you're on a trail, and then you hop out in some other neighborhood, and so you're linking together a lot of these areas without the need for a large chunk of land. All right, next. So this is the idea. Kind of bicycle playgrounds, bicycle parks, community bike parks. People call them a variety of names, but you can see just these little areas with these trails. These are skills building areas where kids can go and kind of learn and get some confidence. You know, the parents can walk the dog around and hang out and talk in the corner, and then the kids can go get all their energy out. And you can see these are kind of little chunks of land there. You can go on, please. But I found some good examples like this one along an existing trail like we have on the Ladiga. So you can see there are these kind of alternate loops along the side where people can go. And this is, you know, kids can learn there, but I would also use it. Adults can use it. If adults are interested in maybe mountain biking, they can go try to ride over some rocks and try to get some skills like that. You go on to the next one. So I identified a few pieces of land. According to the tax maps, these are a couple sections that I looked at. So down near Kittystone, there's a big chunk of land down there that would, you know, big opportunities for trails. And then along the spur trail that comes up to, I guess, the old Kittystone and kind of near downtown, I think would be great areas to do this. And you know, I don't know what else they might be good for. I'm sure there's something, but definitely this. The next few. This is a great example, Aldo Leopold Bike Park, and it's very much the same thing, and I love this idea. So we're talking about a couple of different things here. One are these little skills areas, trails along the side of the Ladiga, natural surface trails, and then a pump track. The top picture you see there is a pump track, and that's a paved. You can build them out of dirt. It's cheaper, but concrete costs more, but it's less maintenance, so there's a trade-off there. They just built one in Anderson, and those are, I think those are 2024 prices, $2,024. They built one. The one in Anderson cost about $250,000 for the paved one. That's not exactly what I'm talking about, but that would be great too. So Aldo Leopold Park, the school is right there, and you can see the bottom left-hand picture there. I love this idea, shred to school. You know, the kids are riding the bike path in, and then they get close to school and they can kind of do some stuff before they get into school, which I think is pretty neat. And then we can just go through the next slides, please. And this is just another example of that. So this is only 11 acres, and we have many, many more acres than that we could work with. And they were able to do it in 11 acres there. So next slide. So this shows some of the features there. You can see the paved path in the background, and some of these kind of technical features, skills building areas, you can build with waste material. I know that along that spur trail, there's a bunch of stuff that's kind of dirt, some slabs of concrete and things like that. We can repurpose some of that stuff and just build something that will allow some kids or adults to build their skills. So yeah, next slide, please. We can also do stuff like this. Put some wood, rocks in there where, you know, you're learning balance, but it's not so bad if you're going to crash, versus the other one with the little bridges, what it might be a little bit more exciting. So you can build them for kind of different skill levels, so people can build the skills, have fun, have a place to go. All right, we can keep going through those, please. These are some more of the advanced ones. I just wanted to give some examples of different possibilities there. Go on, yeah. So there are a few companies that build the ramps. You can do, and yeah, just keep going through there. There's a close-up of this one. There are some of those forested areas off of where the spur trail connects to Coffee Street right there. It would be a good opportunity to build a little segment through the woods, just some variation, you know. We can keep going. And then that's the big property there that I think would be good. And both of those are really close to the school, which I think would be good for the kids and the trailheads there. I got some prices here. This varies a lot with the cost of materials and how you get it done, right? You can do it with volunteer work. That's obviously free, but it takes a little bit longer. or if there are city employees that can do some of this stuff, these prices reflect like completely hired out professional trail builders. So it ranges right a whole lot. You can spend a whole lot of money on it. And then the next one, we can, this, you know, I want to be respectful of everyone's time, so I'm not going to go on too long. But there are some steps, right? Identifying the goals and the needs, I think having community input and stuff like that, and getting permission, obviously. Go on. And kind of a bigger picture, there's this All Kids on Bikes program. We can skip through that. And then this is a cool thing that have in Birmingham. So All Kids on Bikes give grants to give bikes and helmets and everything to the schools to teach kids how to ride a bike. And then they have these after-school bike programs in Birmingham that I think are really cool too. And so that would be like the ultimate goal, is to get some of these things done, get kids on bikes, get them out there active. And with my experience, you know, knowing a lot of mountain bikers, all these high school kids are mountain biking nowadays, and they're bringing so many adults into the sport too, because their kids get into it and the parents get into it, and so it's just, you know, healthy communities, I think is a good thing. So I'm happy to be a resource. I have been networking in this world a lot. I know a lot of different resources for grants in the state. There's a lot of momentum in the state right now. So I guess that's all I have to say. But
Well, thank you for your comments and your ideas. And we've created a different committees like for quality of life, which that would fit in.
Yeah.
And I think maybe that's something we can take and incorporate and see how it would fit into what the master plan for the quality of life. And then also figuring out where the money's gonna come from, because that's gonna be the biggest issue.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's 100,000 or 250, there's gonna be an issue of money, but that's not to say we can't get the grants and gifts from people, or companies would donate their time to get their name on the trail or something. But I think it's a great idea, and I'm sure it probably benefit all the kids and stuff. So we'll, Councilman Green is gonna be over the quality of life, so he can ride a bicycle.
That's what I heard.
But I mean, to echo what you're saying, like I felt in that same role where, you know, the high school had a mountain bike program. My kid was involved. I started coaching and like met a whole other community of it. So kids on bike is a whole lot, you know, that's a lot of fun. And so too, there's also a good family event, get people out. So we'd love to work together and see how we can figure something out.
That's great, thank you.
So if you'll make sure that you give him your contact information and that, and we thank you so much for coming tonight.
Thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Great job, sir.
Good. Terry, you have
And no, I won't fall off my training wheels, okay? Matthew 25, Miss Etheridge.
Thank you, and we had asked Lori, and I had asked to come tonight just to give a brief update, and I wanted to start by saying thank you. Last November, I think, is when I was here before, and was, at that point, we had a $500 budget that Mayor Smith had given us out of last fiscal year's money that was about to expire. So when the cold hit early in November, we, on a wing and a prayer and $500, we tackled it. And you know, I have always known that when you're doing the right thing for the right reasons, in the right way, that things just work out. I've just seen that in my life over the years in many instances, but I don't think I've ever felt it as much as I felt it this January. It was a long, cold January. For when you're dealing with homeless and sheltering the homeless, those nights that the temperature's going to drop down below freezing and stay below freezing for extended periods, you know, we talk and we look at the Weather Channel and we groan and everything. So every night when we saw the temperatures going low and our budget was going along with it, this is the part that was so humbling and just really impactful to me. Every time that we were in that situation, miraculously, there would be checks that came in. 1 week, there were 4 checks for a total of $1,700 that just came from individuals. At the time, we hadn't asked anybody. That's when they happened to hit, was when we were facing 2 weeks of below freezing. The Calhoun County Commission did give us $2,500, which was a blessing. It came right in the middle of January when, you know, it was a really hard month for sheltering homeless. But I wanted to thank the city council for the $500 that we had to get started with, because we couldn't have made it through. We weren't ready in November for it to get cold so early. And I mean, it gets cold, but you know, to get down below freezing so early. So we wouldn't have made it without having that $500 to start with. And I did ask back in November if it would be possible for you to contribute anything out of this current year's budget. Anything at all that you could contribute would be appreciated. It doesn't matter the amount. You know, we've still got most of February, and you still have some cold days in March that, you know, that we're on the last third of the winter, I think, as far as our need. But it is a seasonal thing, and we are still in our peak season as far as needs. So Lori's going to tell you a little bit about what we've done. We've done a lot.
Yeah, I want to thank you too for the opportunity to be able to work with the Jacksonville population. You know, we do a lot of work in Anniston, but to be able to kind of move forward into Jacksonville, because this is my hometown too, I appreciate that opportunity. A total of income for this particular program, the Matthew 25 project, we've raised $11,405. We have used $6,500 of that money, covering approximately 40 nights during the cold time frame starting around the 26th of November to the current date. Out of that, we have helped a total of 7 clients, 4 of those being female and 3 of them being male. And through that program, the advantage of being able to work with the right place and us to be able to provide this service is we've also been able to do case management with all of the clients that have come through. And out of that, I have gotten 4 of those individuals connected to mental health services. I have started the process with 2 of them to be able to get them into their own home. I've done a lot of connection with disability, with medical services, not only mental health, but also regular medical services, and just trying to do a housing plan for all of those individuals so that at some point we won't be in business here anymore, because the goal is that everyone deserves a safe place to call home. And so this is not just a bandage, this is an opportunity for us to be able to hopefully eliminate homelessness in our community and in my hometown as well. So we thank you for that opportunity. We hope you will continue to support us so that we can continue to provide these services to the population here in Jacksonville. So thank you very much.
Well, thank y'all. Thank y'all for what you do. All right, anybody have any questions or anything? Okay. Ms. Grant, scholarship and minimums.
Yes.
Please, ma'am.
So it is that time of year again where the council always does 5 scholarships for our high school students.
Yes, ma'am.
This year there was a little change to the actual guidance. You all should have seen that 4 different items that was added. They're marked in red. And so it's just to bring it back to you for approval so we can go ahead and get it to the guidance counselors so they can get it out to the kids. Timeline again is March 31st is when they're due back to you all. So we really need to get it approved so that we can get it out. So any questions on the 4 items that was added? Just some basic information. Okay.
You're getting better. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, you're gonna go ahead and take to the grant?
Right. The other item is the Healthy Community Grant. This is the outdoor fitness course. If you all recall, we've been kind of looking at this since 2024. We got a grant for $50,000. However, the matching cost for it, I think in 2024 it was $110,000. That cost went up to $120,000 in 2025. When we built the 2026 budget, if you recall, you decided not to include it in the budget. It just didn't meet the priority. And so they're asking again, this is the last round of funding for 2026. And they wanted to know if you wanted to reconsider it or not, or if we want to push it out again to 2027, because there will be an opportunity to look at it again in 2027.
I think maybe we kick it down the road until our committee gets a chance of quality of life, because that will fit under quality of life too. And we'll see, but to me, well, you might as well say if we go to next year, probably $140,000 our share to get the other money. And I think that's something we really have to look at. I don't know how everybody else feels.
When is the suspense, Ms. Grant, that we have to have a response back?
I think she didn't give me a suspense on it. She said they are in their last round of funding. I would imagine last time it was in December when we had to come to the table with it.
Okay.
But I can certainly tell them that, you know, we want to hold at least until your committee get an opportunity to look, and then we can come back and tell them.
Y'all of the agreement, we just wait until next year, because I don't think, personally, I think we need to wait. Now, I'll go with what they think, but I think that's a lot of money for what we don't know what that committee's gonna come up with, and that $130,000 may go in 4 different ways and help us and still achieve the same opportunities.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Grant.
Thank you, Ms. Grant.
All right, we'll go to item F, annual meeting voting delegates. We're all signed up to go. Who would like to be the #1 voting delegate? Or
All at one time.
I nominate the council president.
all right, you're gonna be all right, Sherry, Madam Clerk will be that. Who would be the alternate? First alternate, and then we'll need a second alternate. I'll be the second alternate. You gonna be one? Mayor can be one. Won't you be first alternate, cause, if you will.
That's fine.
And Sherry, that way if she messes it up, you can straighten it out.
Excuse me.
Second alternate. Who's gonna be the second alternate?
All right, if you'll be first, I'll be second alternate.
Okay. Got it.
You got it? All right. Mayor, council meeting schedule. You're up, sir.
I'd like for us to just talk about and consider the possibility of having one council meeting a month during the day. There's several reasons for that. I know several of you have kids that participate in athletics as well as other events, and a lot of times Mondays are conflicting to that, as well as other activities that happen on Mondays. Also, we had a discussion in our department head meeting about trying to cut down on overtime, and it would allow, if we at least had one a month at 3 o'clock, we wouldn't have overtime with all the city employees that have to be here for council meetings. And so it would help in that, plus it would give people in the community an opportunity that couldn't make the evening meeting, but could make an afternoon meeting, to make one at 3 o'clock. And I know there's several on the council that have jobs, but I'm thinking one time a month, getting off from your normal jobs at noon or something, to be here at 3 o'clock to have the council meetings, and then the other meeting as scheduled at 6. And maybe we could try it for 6 months, see how it works. If we feel like it works good, we continue. If it don't,
What would be your thinking, the first of the month and end of the month, would be better for them as far as their activities at work? It would be better the first or last if we did this?
it's probably 50-50. I wouldn't think one would be any better or any worse than the other. I mean, there'd be some months where it might work better for the second, and some it work better for the first, but I think it needs to be consistent.
All right. Any comments? Do we want to try it? Or you like things like they are?
I ran knowing it's not a full-time job. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
I mean, and this would make it full-time, but, I mean, only speaking for me, yeah, I have a lot of commitments, 24/7, 365, this being one of those. And we have city employees who work 24/7, or shifts, not employees. I hope they're not working that much. There's probably some Fair Labor Standards Act against that, but I would say our council meetings are predictable in overtime. We know when we're going to meet. we've got a schedule set for 2026, if I'm not mistaken,
Yep,
that is throughout the
yes,
entire year. We know when those meetings are. If not 3 o'clock, why not say it at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m.? I guess I'm just trying to figure out is the time, if we tried something for 6 months and it works, that's great. Does having meetings at times affect who's able to attend now and who would run in the future? I would see our role right now as we're a part-time council. We're not serving during business hours of the city. I'm not adamantly against. I think that that's a substantive change to what we are doing and how we are governing in the city, from an accessibility to citizenry. And I mean, I'm all for stewardship of public dollars. I just wonder if there's any unintended consequences.
You could
And that's one reason I'd like to try it for 6 months and just see.
Well, you're asking people that own businesses to leave their business to come to a 3 o'clock meeting, on one hand. And then we're asking,
Yeah, I think when we did a downtown strategies, a couple of things that were during the day, there were some business owners who said, I'd love to be there, can't be there. I don't know if there's ever a schedule that fits all 14,000 plus residents.
And that's the reason I was thinking having 50-50. There are some business owners that live out of town that have to stick around to make the 6 o'clock meeting. It's just something I'd like to try.
I just don't know. I mean, I think that, at 3 o'clock, and I'm saying, I know sometimes too, I feel calls throughout the day, talk with people throughout the day. But I was kind of like, in an event where I know we also have it where we can't, miss so many amount of meetings. And like you say, we have a daytime job as well. So what if we have an important meeting I can't miss at work, that type of thing, and it's on that day, and I got an obligation here as well. And so the timing that it works right now works best for me, but I'm just one person as well. So that would be my constraint with it, because sometimes Monday is a busy day and a lot of things will go on, so I can't get off at a certain amount of time. I can get it just one day a week, but that may be the day that we have to, take care of a certain thing. That's my point.
Well, I just think that there's things that, kind of like what the other Mr. Green said, is that if you know when it's scheduled, to obligate that time, regardless of when it's scheduled, whether it's 7 a.m. or 3 p.m. I just think the 3 p.m. would be the least inconvenience for some council members as well as some employees of finishing the day. But again, it's just something that I've thought about and would like to try. And when you start adding up the overtime issue that we have, it creates and there's some cities that have their meetings all of them at 10 o'clock. And you talk about people that might not be able to attend. They're all videoed and recorded. You can watch them anytime.
I would lean into if that decision's made, that's announced prior to qualifying. I don't serve full-time. We don't work full-time, but we serve more than 2 nights a month. I know y'all do too.
Yeah.
Well, what would happen if all 5 of us worked? We're 2 of us are retired, but if all 5 of us were working, I tried to have to figure that out, that really becomes even a bigger problem.
What happens to the people that work in the evenings?
Well,
that own a restaurant or whatever?
But they'll know, like Kenny said, though, going into qualifying and running, they know they're making a commitment then versus moving now. So
It's something we can chew on and think about, but I don't know. like when you mentioned about them being recorded, it's being recorded already, or it's being broadcasted. That's an opportunity, it's for flexibility as well.
Well, it's something that you're not taking a vote on in a work session anyway.
Yes.
But I would like for you to think about it, and at some point in time, putting it on the agenda for a vote, and you can either
Can we see
vote
what the
for it or
community,
against it, and whatever happens, happens.
can we see what the community thinks about it? I mean, would they
Ask you.
have a
Yeah.
survey?
Well, I'm not gonna stand on the corner out here and take names.
Well,
ask
and
them
I
what they
don't know
want us
why
to do,
you're
3
not.
o'clock or 7
You're
o'clock.
supposed to be serving.
Well, if we do 3 o'clock, I would highly recommend that the mayor takes the council out to dinner after the meeting. All right.
Dutch Street will do it.
Thank you, Mayor.
Anytime.
All right, last time we appointed our committee chairs for looking at our public safety, looking at heritage, looking at quality of life, business and industry. And we discussed that everybody would go out and form a committee to work with the ideas of what the future should look like, or what we hope the future would look like, and what we can do short-term and long-term. So has everybody had a chance to get their committee together where we can give it to the Madam Clerk, and then we can vote on it next time when we come back together, and then we can start meeting? Is that good? You've given, and I've given, you've given yours to her, so.
No, I haven't yet, but.
Okay, so just make sure that you give it to the clerk after the meeting, and that'll expedite time here for us. All right, the modification to January 26th, Mayor, are you gonna take care of that to the minutes where the wording, or what are we doing?
On the amendment to the agenda,
Yeah,
which thus added an item to the agenda at the January 26, 2026 meeting. It would, the phrase voluntary demotion was used, and we are replacing voluntary demotion with voluntary reclassification.
thank you.
And that is as such on the meeting, on the minutes that you will approve tonight, and then thus sign.
All right, do we have any other business that we need to discuss in our work session? All right, moving right along. Do we need to take a break? Anybody need a break? We're good?
Good.
All right. Number 7, Madam Clerk.
Sorry. It's the adoption of the minutes from January 2026 called work session and regular council meeting with discussed modification.
All right, have a motion?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Number 8, please, ma'am.
The adoption of the agenda. We have no additions, deletions, or amendments.
All right,
So
there- Boy, y'all are fast tonight.
We didn't have any changes.
How's that ever
I
happen?
don't know.
All right, so we've got a motion, we've got a second. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, number 9, please, ma'am.
That's you, Terry.
All right, we got a comment concerning agenda items. Anybody have any comments about any agenda item? Now, just agenda items, no comments. You'll have the opportunity at the end for public comments, but this will be just for any item on our agenda that we've got tonight. Are there any? Okay, number 10, please, ma'am.
Consider action to accept the planning commission report regarding zoning amendment request and unimproved street vacation per the attached.
All right, motion, please.
So moved.
The second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, number 11.
Consideration of resolution number R-2284-26, amending personnel policies and procedures for the city of Jacksonville, Alabama, adding administrative procedures, contracts.
Need a motion
So moved.
and a second.
Second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? None. Motion carries unanimously. All right, number 12.
Consider action to accept the bid report for bid number 26-06, purchase of vehicle for street department, per the attached, and approve resolution number R-2289-26 to award bid number 26-06 to Larry Puckett Chevrolet.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
A second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Number 13.
Consider action to accept the recommendation from the staff committee regarding the request for stop signs per the attached, and approve resolution number R-2290-26 to amend resolution number 238 by adding stop signs at the crossing of Cheneby Avenue Southeast and Carroll Street Southeast.
Need a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Number 14.
Consider action to accept the bid report for bid number 26-03, JPWP number 25-137, Highway 204 gas and water relocation, per the attached, and approve resolution number R-2291-26 to award bid number 26-03 to Southern Direction Incorporated.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Number 15, please, ma'am.
Consider action to approve JPWP number 26-142 street paving project, per the attached.
Need a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. All right, 17,
How about 16?
16.
Consider action to approve amendment number 1 to JPWP number 24-129 automated gas meter reading, per the attached.
Motion, please.
So moved.
I need a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Number 17.
Consider action to approve amendment number 1 to JPWP number 25-135 cast iron gas line replacement, per the attached.
Need a motion?
So moved.
And a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Number 18, please, ma'am.
Consider action to authorize the mayor to sign the real property purchase sale contract with WMW Land LLC, Bill Wakefield, and any necessary documents, per the attached.
Need a motion?
So moved.
I need a second.
Second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Number 19.
Consider action to authorize the mayor to sign the East Alabama Regional Planning and Development Commission Area on Aging procurement contract for supportive nutrition services to aging consumers for the period October 1, 2025 through September 30, 2026, per the attached.
Motion, please.
So moved.
A second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Number 20, please, ma'am.
Consider action to authorize the mayor to sign the customer service agreement with UniFirst Corporation, per the attached.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Number 21.
Consider action to authorize the mayor to sign the 5-year postage meter agreement with Pitney Bowes, per the attached.
Motion.
So
So
moved.
moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. 22.
Consider action to authorize the mayor to sign the service agreement with Dunn's HVAC Plumbing and Electrical for HVAC replacement at 318 Dennis Street Southwest, per the attached.
Need a motion, please.
So moved.
Need a second.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. 23, please.
Consider action to approve the amended scholarship requirements for first generation, first responders, healthcare, leadership, and technical training scholarships, per the attached.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. If don't go to sleep on us, we'll be through here in just a little bit, okay? We're getting to the end. 24, please.
Consider action to approve the employment of the following: Amanda Chapman East, receptionist clerical assistant for the city clerk, effective upon compliance with ordinance number 273 due to the transfer of Scout Harris.
Need a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Number 25.
Consider action to approve the promotion of the following: Joshua Shears, police corporal, range 20, effective February 11, 2026, due to the demotion of Clifton Edwards.
Need a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Number 26, please.
Consider action to accept the retirement notification of the following: Albertha Grant, city administrator, effective April 1, 2026.
That's debatable.
That's a no-go.
Hey, now there's a break in the action.
That was a typo, wasn't it? Typo?
I mean, it is on April Fool's Day, so you never know what might happen.
Whoa!
So moved.
I love it. You got a so moved, got a second?
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Okay, number 27, please, ma'am.
Consent.
Item 27, purchases over $7,500. Item 28, disposition of surplus property. Item 29, records destruction. And item 30, boards and committees.
Need a motion?
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. 28. Yeah, that's what you got. 28. Public comments. That's me.
31.
Thank you. If anyone has any public comments, now is your time that we had talked about earlier. If you'd like to come forward, if you do, come forward, put your name on the sheet and name and address. And so now's your time. Forever hold your peace.
To the next meeting.
Should I put my name down first?
No, go ahead and speak and you can put it down. And that way if somebody else is talking, you can fill it out.
Y'all had a long meeting, and I was debating on whether or not I was going to stand up and read this or not, but my child is encouraging me to do it anyways. So I do have a letter prepared for each of you, but I just wanted to say that I'm coming to discuss an important issue that is affecting small business startups and entrepreneurs across Alabama, including those seeking to open business in the city of Jacksonville. Across the state, entrepreneurs are encountering significant barriers when opening a business if a building undergoes a change of use. In many cases, a change of use automatically triggers requirements for architectural or engineering services, even when no structural work is proposed. Occupancy remains small, and life safety compliance can be verified through inspection. For small business owners, these requirements often add $10,000 to $20,000 and sometimes more to startup cost. For many entrepreneurs, particularly first-time business owners, women-owned businesses, and minority entrepreneurs, this expense alone can prevent a business from ever opening. I am currently addressing this issue at a state level as a legislative reform matter, recognizing that professional design thresholds and building code standards are largely driven by the state-adopted codes. At the same time, there is a meaningful opportunity for the City of Jacksonville to take lawful local action to reduce unnecessary barriers for small business startups while fully maintaining public safety. Importantly, this request does not seek to waive building or fire codes, eliminate inspections, or override state law. Rather, it relies on the authority that already exists under Alabama law, because the Code of Alabama explicitly authorizes municipalities to adopt building codes and enforce them as local ordinances. Cities have implied authority to direct how these ordinances are administered, including interpretive and administrative review procedures. Based on conversations with local building officials across the county, I understand that Jacksonville is experiencing the same challenges seen statewide, particularly with respect to existing buildings and low-impact commercial uses. For this reason, I respectfully recommend that the city consider the following actions. 1, direct the Planning and Building Department and Fire Marshal to evaluate change of use applications based on actual scope of work, occupancy load, and life safety impact, rather than automatically requiring architectural or engineering services solely due to a technical change in use. 2, clarify that professional architectural or engineering services are required only when warranted by structural changes, increased occupancy, or verified life safety needs, and not for low-impact commercial changes in existing buildings. 3, encourage the use of adaptive reuse and alternative compliance provisions already permitted under adopted building codes where life safety is not compromised. And then lastly, implement this approach as a defined pilot policy, allowing the city to evaluate the outcomes while preserving full inspection authority and protecting the city from liability through clear documentation. These actions would align with public safety, with economic vitality, by reducing unnecessary financial barriers that prevent small businesses from forming and investing in our community, without weakening code enforcement or professional oversight where it is truly needed. Small businesses are the backbone of our economy and essential to job creation, local ownership, and long-term economic resilience. When regulatory processes unintentionally prevent entrepreneurs from opening their doors, the impact is felt not only by those business owners, but by the broader community. Thank you for your time, your leadership, and consideration of this issue. I would welcome the opportunity to discuss this further or to assist in any way as the city evaluates the potential next steps. Thank you.
Thank you. About two Fridays ago, Josh, 3 Fridays ago, the mayor and the city hosted other cities, and that's one of the big discussions. Everybody, we're affected it here as well as the rest of the town. So that has been addressed, and there are movements to move around and see that. So you're right on the money. So.
I work in the city of Anniston in downtown
Yeah,
development,
they were up
so
there.
I totally understand, and it's something that we're dealing with. But my husband and I hope to open a business in the city of Jacksonville.
Well, that's good.
And so
When you want to have a ribbon cutting?
Well, they're trying to get me to do it within the next month or 2, but I don't know.
You want to go ahead and advertise?
We're working with Josh on that one.
Thank you for coming, and thank you for your work. That's very nice. All right, mayor's report.
If you notice, Patty is not here this evening. Please pray for her mother. She had a little issue today, and from what I understand, she is better this evening, but Patty is there with her, and that's exactly where she needs to be this evening. But please pray for her mother. I also like to thank our police department and their investigative staff and the great work that they did in helping to solve that horrific case of the missing person in that tragedy. And congratulations to our Jacksonville High School girls basketball team winning the county championship. That was a great accomplishment. The regional basketball tournament will begin next week on Tuesday. And so there'll be a lot of traffic in and around Jacksonville, especially around the Coliseum, for about 10 days. That's a great event. It's a great event for our community. We have people from all over this region of the state that will be here visiting, and we hope that we have good weather for that and it goes well. Don't want to steal Marcus's thunder on the Black History Month, February 22nd, but I'll let him go into more detail of that later. I don't think Janice is here tonight, but our Recreation Department had several awards that they won at their state conference last week. Real proud of them. And just remember, next Monday, will be closed for a holiday.
Thank you, Mayor. All right, council members, remarks? Mr. Green?
Yes, like kind of echo what Mayor said. Thanks to the police department, you know, and the fire department. Thank you guys for keeping us safe and responding so quickly. I hear those comments coming back forth more than not. So I don't know if we can thank you guys enough. So thank you guys for what y'all do. Echo that comment. And also, 22nd of February at 3 p.m. at the Jacksonville Community Center, we'll have the Black History Program. And right now the program is lining up we got a treat for you guys. So if you don't have nothing to do, on February 22nd at 3 p.m. Jacksonville Community Center, the Black History Program will take place. And I think that's all I got.
It's always a meaningful experience to go. You'll always get something out of it. Andy, you have anything?
You know, I would never take a chance to not thank our city employees. I usually will pass our street department in the morning. As I'm maybe heading out of town, they're already, I mean, I know that they get to work early. Of course, we see a lot of police and fire, and when we hear those sirens, you just know somebody's being responded to. But a lot of those things and what the street department's doing, even though the school system is not part of the, I mean, it's the city school system, independent of the city of Jacksonville. And there's a lot of quality of life that's here in Jacksonville. There are a lot of people who dedicated themselves to making this not just a great place to live, work, and play, but just to be. If they're out on the trails, if they're eating lunch on the square, if they're enjoying county tournament, regional tournament, whatever it may be, this community is where a lot of time and effort is put into every single day. And I think there are a lot of people who have purpose because of Jacksonville. And so I know as we maybe begrudgingly acknowledge the retirement of Ms. Grant, you know, there are a lot of people who have given decades upon decades of service to Jacksonville. And a lot of that's not been in an elected position. It's not been in an appointed position. It's just been a community member who is a great neighbor to the people around them. And so thank you to those people.
Thank you.
This February, it is also Black History Month, but also Career Technical Education Month. And we encourage you all to go visit our Career Technical Education Center here in Jacksonville. We had the honor of having James Spence come today to do a presentation. He was awesome. So we would like y'all to come, anybody, to come visit the campus and see what we have to offer here, and hopefully do more collaborating with the high school and other schools in the area. So.
Go ahead. And then James can go. You can go now.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Just echo really what everybody else has said, but I will say this to Ms. Grant. With my short time on the council, I've been involved in management when I had a real job, when I worked for a living. And it's a rarity to see somebody with your talent and your skills, and to just keep everything on an even kilter, and as we say, keep it between the ditches. You've done an excellent job. It's been a pleasure to know you, not only as a cohort here, but hopefully as a friend. And I want to continue that relationship. It's been fantastic. Thank you very much for what you've done for this city.
She's still got 2 months to go.
Yeah, so every council meeting you're gonna get more.
Yeah.
Last thing I want to mention too, it slipped my mind, but as you have more birthdays, I guess that happens. So some people don't want to go. Everybody don't want recognition. You know, they don't want to be out front and things of that sort. But there's some people that's working behind the scenes in this city that's doing some great things. And so y'all may see these boxes that pop up. They're called blessing boxes. And so the idea of a blessing box is to put non-perishable items inside the box for people, those that are in need, the ones who don't have anything to eat. They can go up to the blessing box any time of the night, any time of the day, when nobody's looking, and get something out of there, or they also can put something in there. So we got one right now that's popped up at the community center. I believe it's another one's gonna be popped up over at Eastwood. And then at the school systems, I think they're working with Dr. Barker, maybe one or two. Keystone has one. And then we may possibly be trying to work some on the north side of the town. But just keep your eyes open for those blessing boxes. A lot of people that's putting their time in coordinating these things. So everyone may not be recognized, but there are actually people working in the background. So say thank you to them.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Ms. Grant, I'm not gonna say anything because I'm waiting for the last meeting, but I am concerned. Your smile gets bigger and bigger as we get closer. You got a great smile, but in the last few days, it's just wider and wider. But thanks to our fire and our police department, they worked tirelessly 24/7 on this last opportunity they had, and we sometimes forget, they have a life at home too, and they're away taking care of business for us, and we will always be indebted to what y'all do. Any other business? Yes.
Just a small thing, but there was an amendment to last month's meeting for changing the wording of the motion to voluntary reduction. And when you approved the police officer's promotion, it mentioned because of the demotion of the other officer.
That was a different demotion.
Different one?
Yes,
Yes,
that was
sir.
a different
My
demotion,
mistake.
but thank you for letting us know.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Sue
sir.
Hall. Any other business? All right, number 32, Madam Clerk.
Consider action to adjourn into an executive session under the provisions of the Code of Alabama, Section 36-25A-7A7, to discuss matters of economic development.
Need a motion?
So moved.
Need a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember A. Green?
Yes.
Councilmember Newell?
Yes.
Councilmember Laster?
Yes.
Councilmember M. Green?
Yes.
Councilmember Wilson?
Yes. Motion carries unanimously. We will not be returning. I know you'll be disappointed. I know Dr. Barber's over there crying already.